In the American Express Sports Stadium, Brighton won against Manchester City. What is wrong with Pep Guardiola, Manchester City? In a London derby, Chelsea was able to make it a massive win, 2-0 in Stamford Bridge for sure. And hey, controversial situation happened. I don't know how Bournemouth did it, but they had the antidote to Thomas Frank Tottenham. Arsenal failed to gain a point in Anfield against Liverpool. Most boring first half in Super Sunday clash I've ever witnessed. Guys, with me is Eddie, digesting into Premier League results, surprises, top clubs, and some news that are happening for sure. If you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and your opinions are highly welcome. Yeah, Jack, 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 Jack. Eddie, Chelsea was able to win Fulham 2-0. What is your opinion about that situation where Fulham had a goal and it was overruled by VAR?
I think the VAR or the referee wasn't fair to, because the referee saw the incidents, and go because by the VAR, the VAR referee to check the call that as a foul to cancel the goal was because that tackle on Chalobah, I see that to be a foot, because sometimes you have to be on the contact with the ball, then you have to turn, so it's considered as a football skill, and that's what he did. He made first contact control of the ball, so when it was about 10, and that was step on the foot of Chalobah. So I see that to be a football skill, but the referee was harsh, because although he view, from VAR, but as a referee, you have to make decisions. You were called to watch the video. You were there, the incidents. He was there. He saw what happened, but he overlooked it. Game went on. They got a goal. But if you're being called to check to check, you should look and also make decision, but overturn the goal because you were being called to check the VAR. So it was harsh. I see that to be harsh. Yeah, that wasn't.
A lot of people are forgetting is that when you are turning in that situation, you need to also turn with the ball. But I think he turned very well, controlled the ball first. But when he was in the second leg, missed the ball and he stepped on the player. But if he had turned with the ball, I wouldn't have problem with that. But then Chelsea got their 3 points for sure. It was just a matter of time. Tottenham lead the table once again, but then surprise did happen in Tottenham Sports Stadium where Bournemouth won the game against Tottenham. With Thomas Frank build up and his project at Tottenham, I thought it would have been very good, but this loss, what do you make up of it for sure?
So
Moving forward
I
for
think,
Tottenham.
with the squad of Tottenham, I think they were supposed to win this game, but the side they played against too was one of the toughest side. Played against Bournemouth. You know what? They are one of the toughest side to play against in the league, and for them to consider a defeat, I think it was a fair defeat. Although you can't win all the games in the Premier League, there are other games you pick some points. Other games you are going to. So they saw their first defeat in the league by losing to Bournemouth. So I think they're going to do their assignment very well and move on. That's how it's. They can't win every game. They can't win every single game. They're going to face some tough.
They can't win every game and they are going to face some challenge. But then your own club, Manchester United, the United himself in Old Trafford was finding it difficult once again. But then a penalty differentiate both clubs as United won it by 3-2, yeah. So is it the same old United, or you think it was just a message for them to deliver after they lost the Carabao Cup against Grimsby?
That wasn't a message for them to deliver. Being a Manchester United fan, I'll be playing against you played against, how do you call it? Who have been just who they were just, and to be to struggle to win. My guy, actually, like 3-2 with a penalty differentiating them. I was very, very sad. I was even disappointed. You know, a club like Manchester, although they said we are playing good football, yeah, we saw what we did against Arsenal. It was good against Fulham. Okay, but Burnley, 2 goals, you know, and also man, yeah. At the end of the day, they picked the 3 points. They were jubilating as if they've even won the World Cup. But the next game against Manchester City, we lost. Yeah, but things are not going well. Things are not going well, my brother. Let's be frank.
So, Eddie, this is the second loss to Manchester City in the Premier. 3 games, 2 loss. For sure, Brighton won their game against City today with 2 goals to 1. How do you rate Manchester City performance this weekend? Are they still favorites for the title?
They Nah, they aren't. They aren't the favorite for the. But anytime you talk of Manchester City, you know, you have to be very, very careful.
Okay, I'm careful.
Yeah, they can pull at any Pep Guardiola and his guys can pull surprise at any point in time. Although now, you know, Haaland is giving them, but just that they've lost two games in a row. But in December, when the things started working for the title is going to be. Yeah, it's very sad for Pep Guardiola, you know, to be going through all this type of, you know, yeah, struggles. But it's part of life. It's part of the game. You can't win. You can't win. You can't win every.
Liverpool versus Arsenal. This was a game that could determine the title contenders for sure. Liverpool won by 1 goal to 0. A classic, a standard, like perfect free kick by Dominic Soboslai that differentiate the game between Liverpool and Arsenal. Did Liverpool show enough to stay in the title race?
Yeah, what Liverpool did, they fought very well. You know, all these 2 games they played, they've shown us that they really deserve the title. You know, last season they won the title and they are the title defendant. So they will probably do everything to defend their title this season. So if you are playing again, they should be very. And Arsenal today had a lot of opportunities in the. Although the first half, to my the first half was different, but Arsenal on the other hand got some couple of chances where they were supposed to convert them. But and you know, in such big games like if you get the opportunity and you fall short. So you saw that Arsenal failed to utilize some of their chance. So Liverpool, that was a free, and Dominic Szoboszlai stood behind it. You know, that he delivered it very, very well. So I think Arteta and his guys will learn this the hard way. So next time, if they get any chance in the game, you have to, you know.
Will you say with the performance currently from this season, we saw Arsenal started the campaign with like tough clubs for sure, like Manchester United and now Liverpool. And do you think the consistency of Arsenal has improved this season compared to last season?
Well, actually, we are still early. We all know Arsenal. They can even be at the number 1 spot from now till I think last 5 games for the season to end. And they will probably miss something. You know, they are always missing something. So although they will start very well, show all the Takashi, all everything, all the necessary things they need to show, but always something is missing. So one thing I would say is although Saka and some co-players were missing, but they should always put in the goal. Sure, they are any chance they get, it's counting. Any chance they get, yeah, it's very very difficult for you to win it. Yeah, because
It's very,
sometimes
very
the goals play very. You know, for instance, if 80 points and you are ahead of him, you will be declared as the title.
they had a lot of opportunities, but then half chances were created but could not utilize them. Which game was the most entertaining this week for you?
I'll go for Crystal Palace actually this evening. Crystal Palace against Aston Villa.
Crystal
Yeah,
Palace against Aston Villa, the 3 goals to 0.
yeah. 3 goals to nil. I
Yeah.
think yeah, the entertaining.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm going for Bournemouth Tottenham. It was so entertaining, it was so flair, and one goal was like, yeah, I can equalize it, but then like it's not coming. So frustrations mixed with anxiety, adrenaline was flowing for sure. Let's see. Eddie, who was the best player of the weekend for you?
I'll go to Bruno. Yeah, I'll give
Bruno.
Bruno Fernandes.
You are wearing Manchester United jersey, so but
No,
but
let's forget. Yeah, let's forget about him converting the last penalty. You know, but his performance in that game creating
Okay.
chances. He in that game, in that game particular, he was much more playing like more of a yeah. He came back, defended, clearing chance, doing all this.
Yeah, for me, I think Anton Semenyo. Semenyo was the standout player for me. Against Tottenham, he was all over the pitch, midfield, wings, striking everywhere in the pitch for me. So I think Anton Semenyo of Bournemouth was like the star player for me in that game. Which manager impressed you the most with tactics and game plan?
Oh, I think I'll go for the Sunderland manager. The Sunderland manager, he was able to beat Brentford by 2 goals. So although I have to check out his name, but he's doing a very good job. In their first game, they were able to win their yeah, and also to win against Brentford by 2 goals. Too, he is doing well. We have to pay much attention to it.
Is it Regis Libris? That's his name.
Regis,
And Brighton manager was the most for me. The way he changed the game against City when City was leading by 1 goal to 0. Fabian Hassler is the manager for me in this weekend Premier League. So, which team are in serious relegation trouble after this weekend?
I think Aston Villa. Aston Villa is in trouble. They have to work. I think how is Unai Emery and his guys have to. I think they are on the 19th position, so they are in hot waters, playing 3 games with only 1 point. You have to start working because last season you saw them playing Champions League, giving us a very nice games. But this season things are not working for them. And with their goalkeeper, with their goalkeeping problem, uh, Martinez, with the look of things, he will be leaving to Manchester
Mhm.
United. So they have to probably work on their
This season.
yeah. I think the transfer window will end Monday. I think Monday.
Mm.
So there's a probability of him coming to Manchester United because today he was so bench. He wasn't in the goalpost for
Okay.
Yeah, they have to put in the work. They have some good players, but they are still the players are still there. Are still there, but the results is not coming. So you have to put in the works.
Newcastle United draw yesterday, and also Aston Villa losing today. Spurs also lost yesterday. Do you think those clubs can push for top four this season based on what we are seeing right now?
Yeah, there's still a chance. There's still a chance because we are still in the early days. And if they are although they are some of them are playing against the toughest side. If you are playing against some of the toughest side in early. There's no way you're going to win or you're going to win all of that. They will pick some points and the title will be interesting. Now you see Liverpool leading Chelsea and Arsenal, also those are some of the big clubs. They are still there. But the others, let's wait for the other clubs.
So, which upcoming fixtures are the most exciting for you?
The upcoming one, I think our game against Manchester City. That's going to be it's going to be
Okay.
all the two managers are suffering. Say either Pep Guardiola will leave before Amorim or Amorim will leave before Pep Guardiola. So that game will decide who
Well, there are 2 derbies coming next year. Oh, even 3 or 4 derbies are coming because West Ham, Tottenham will also be facing it, and Brentford, Chelsea will also be facing it, and then City, Manchester United. But it's going to be in the Etihad Sports Stadium again. I don't know how this is going to work out. But based on this weekend results, has your title prediction changed?
my dad nah, it's still
Okay, it's still standing for sure. Okay, who is your player of the week and manager of the week?
I'll be player of the week. This guy as Maguire also did a very fantastic with Crystal Palace, defending and everything. Also gets you know he did very well with what they did to Aston Villa. And also with the free kick of Szoboszlai. But I will give very good. Although the pressure after their goals, the pressure was too much. He was able to stand out very on his or like on his feet to clear the lines and everything. So I'll give him player of the week and the manager of the week. As I said, I'll give it to the manager of.
Joao Pedro will be my player of the week. He was able to change from number 10 position to a striking position after the lab got that injury, and he was able to score a wonderful header set piece from Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, yeah. So I think he's my player of the week. And manager of the week, I think I still stand with Fabian. He has done a fantastic job. City scored on one goal and he came back into the game, should make some changes, and they won it by 2-1.
That
So,
can
guys,
be taken
that
up.
is it for that is it for sure. And if you just join us and you are new, remember it is Ashili Sports. Hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and hey, be part of this community as we are still building it. And your opinions are highly welcome. Yeah, Jack,
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 Jack.
Jack.